Hi, it's Kelly Savage with the Butterfly Thoughts Podcast. Today's episode, Could It Be? Let me tell you of a really neat thing that happened to me as I walked today. I love to walk, and I try to do several times a week. Most time my dog is my sidekick, and he gets as happy as a clam to come with me. But then there are those times I need to decompress and just walk. Today was one of those times. I use these walks as my calming time, mindfulness time to practice just being in the moment. Of course, for physical exercise, and the proverbial truth of enjoying the smallest moments. 2 minutes into the walk, when I was noticing how the sun was warming my face and my body, I was just loving that feeling and soaking it in, especially after we experienced many cloudy days. It sparked thankfulness, which I then started verbalizing. Mostly in my head, so I don't freak too many people out talking to myself. That quickly, after verbalizing my thankfulness, a butterfly thought flew in. It was a memory that flew in my mind of a particular not so good season of my life. At this very moment in the walk, I realized how protected I was during that time in my life. We don't always see clearly through the seasons and bad times, especially when we concentrate on the questions, why me? Why now? Or just plain why? The alternative question, what can I learn from this, is not always one we jump to asking and especially leave ourselves open to when we're hurting. The season was rough for me. It was in my survival mode time of life where I was merely surviving. I was living life, doing what I needed to do. I had fun and enjoyed moments, but I wasn't quite yet living my authentic life. I realized that it was due to me protecting myself in circumstances I was in, making me go through the motions more than living authentically. I don't know if any one of you could relate. But in this butterfly moment, I was realizing how much I was protected, and that I have never understood that key point before. Not the way I was today. A wave of thankfulness and gratitude came over me. The sun was not the only thing warming me up, but now it was an overwhelming sense of peace and an understanding that became mine. This feeling in return sparked more gratitude. Reflecting back on the now past season, I knew that it was for me that certain doors closed. Some windows slammed, and some paths that I was contemplating on taking didn't quite pan out for me. Let me tell you some simple truths in life that I was reminded today in my butterfly thought. Gratitude sparks gratitude. Thankfulness sparks more thankfulness. And positivity breeds more positivity. That's a whole lot of truth in 3 short sentences, and something we can all learn and probably relearn in our life multiple times. Let me repeat that. If we concentrate on positive things, verbalize them, and surround ourselves with more positivity and with people and surroundings of what kind of atmosphere we desire, it really does breed more of the same. That is exactly what happened during my first 6 minutes of my walk. Through the eyes of understanding, we see so much more than what we normally do. Why do eyes of understanding open? Or better yet, when do they open? I'm not quite sure of that. I don't think we can just open them up and boom, there's revelations upon revelations. The eyes of understanding come with time, age, experiences, and under some conditions, like whether we're open to different perspectives or want more understanding. Are our hearts open to that? Do we seek it? Do we calm the clamor in our minds long enough to get a different perspective? Do we want different perspectives? Do we have the patience to wait when we must? All these questions play factors in our journey of life and opening up the doors to more understanding. Peace came and remained on me through my walk and beyond. What a beautiful feeling true peace is, and when you get it, you begin to desire more. Does that happen every time I walk? That's a resounding no. Sometimes I am too busy on my walks complaining about what I have coined the butt-burning hill and how it's affecting me, how tired I am, and oh, the burn. So now I question, what if I started off my walk with no noise? A conscious decision to thank God for two things I have in my life right now that come to my mind, and I just think on them. Would it breed more positive thoughts? Would it bring to my mind another thing to be thankful for? I believe it would. Listen, it does take practice. There's no doubt of that fact either. The power of choice in our life is so powerful that it can be transforming, but it not only takes practice, but conscious decisions and commitment on our parts. I will go on the record of saying the power of choice and conscious, committed decisions are vital to allow for the eyes of understanding to be opened. Think on good things. If I concentrate and allow myself to complain about my butt-burning hill or things in my life that make me feel uncomfortable, negative, or require me to do some mental, emotional, or physical work, the likelihood of more complaints and negative feelings is very possible. How many times are we steered into a direction that we think is horrible, that it won't work, or feel forced to deal with a closed door or a slammed window, and we cry unfairness? Could it be protection? Could it be your best life around a completely different corner? Could it be that you are on a journey discovering your authentic self? Could it be that your eyes of understanding haven't opened yet for a particular situation? It happened to me, so it could happen to you. I will leave you today with 3 words, 1 short sentence. You ready? Could it be? You fill in the rest. And have a great day.